Sports talk radio show in the world with the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
It's a beautiful Tuesday in the neighborhood, Quad Cities, and welcome to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5. Got the Marv Tender, making sure that we are all lubricated. Yep. Taki T-Roy, Stat Cat, and the Lord of the Board.
That's me.
That is you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marv.
All right, gentlemen. Serge, you're streaking.
Still, no big deal.
Feel Serge just like lives his life streak.
We got people coming in and out. We've hopefully he's going to make it here. The owner of the Steamwheeler is going to come in, and we got Rothy. He's coming in with Al and I forget who else is coming in from the Storm, and Vasco as well. We got a lot of things to talk about. I still want to talk about the Alliance, but I think I kind of want to save it for Vasco.
Yeah, let's, because a couple of things out there. I know we heard our friend Will Kane kind of taking our side of this.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
And then after the
As
show...
Le Batard did too.
What was that?
For the most part,
Le Batard had good things to say.
On highly questionable or just overall?
Yeah.
I didn't get to hear. I know...
It was right towards the end. You
I
just
know
missed it.
Bomani Jones and
Pablo
Torre.
You did not like that.
Well, I mean, the fact that, Bomani can barely use the English language as it is when he talks.
Yep. He's like a quiet Stephen A.
Yeah, let alone, I got to listen to this. Blowhard, tell me what he likes and doesn't like. I don't know.
That's what all of our listeners say about us.
I'm sure. Hey, listen, it's not.
Yeah.
But you know what? If I don't want to listen to him, you want to know what I do? I turn it off.
Turn it off.
There you go. Hey, no, let me ask you this: as good as the Apollo looked,
Oh, yeah.
or as good as the Hot Shots looked,
Yeah.
There you go.
either one of those teams, you think they could beat the Arizona Cardinals?
No.
Ha! I bet they could.
No.
I bet they give them a run for their money.
No.
I think our friend...
Yeah, I think they could possibly, Serge.
I think our friend on the Vance Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line, Matt Erickson, pointed out that the winner of the Alliance should be able to play.
Okay, see, I like the idea of it, but until we see a couple, smoke jobs, if we get two blowouts, then we're not doing it anymore.
No, I'm just saying, there's a chance that these teams could still compete with an NFL team.
Any given Sunday.
I'm just saying.
Or Saturday.
These aren't bad athletes, man.
I know.
I don't know. Just for these guys just to automatically poo-poo
But
all
just-
over it. And it felt like an ESPN mandate thing. Here,
We're
let's
talking
not
here,
support
T-Roy.
this. Let's just
talking-
crap all over it.
We're talking the dream team versus the college all-stars. Okay, I'm not saying every NFL team's a dream team, but that level between the Alliance and NFL, I think, is just going to be just that drastic to where I don't think they're going to be able to compete. Give them a game for how long? The entire thing?
I don't know. It just depends, Serge.
I'd have to see it to believe it,
All right.
but I'm not going to.
It's funny because they said the same thing about the AFL and the NFL 40 years ago.
Sure.
That's what every armchair quarterback is going to tell you as soon as you drop a ball. As soon as a receiver drops a ball, they're going to say, that's why he's not in the NFL.
Yes.
Every
But
quarterback
that
who
was what they
throws it
were
at their feet, they're
doing,
going to say,
though.
that's why he's not
That's
in the
what
NFL.
Bomani and Pablo were doing.
Right.
All they did was pick up all the plays that looked bad,
Right.
and they kept replaying them over again instead of
Does
the ones
the
that looked good.
NFL look 100% crystal clear, perfect, clean, no mistakes the first week, too? No. They drop balls. They have incomplete passes. They miss tackles. It happens.
Yeah, go watch a Jacksonville Jaguar game.
Right.
I'm just saying, man.
They miss field goals.
They sure do.
Yes.
Yeah. Big game last night. Number 2 versus number 1 in Class 4A basketball at the Bettendorf Gymnasium. The Bulldogs end up winning that game. So it's interesting. Noah is going to be in a little bit later. He was at the game. He had a good time. I texted him.
Noah, our new intern?
Noah, our intern Noah. He'll be in a little bit later, and we'll put him on the
I'm
air.
going to call him the Ark.
No, you're not.
Yeah, why not?
That's not his nickname.
Try stopping him.
That's not his nickname.
Come on, why not?
Because it's day 2. You can't force a nickname onto the intern. It's got to be more organic than just the Ark.
He's got to do something.
Well, we'll see.
I'm
calling him the Ark.
That is not his nickname.
Until we come up with a new one.
Not his nickname at all.
The
No.
Ark. What's up, Ark?
No.
Jay, you ever tell you that story about the first time I had tongue kiss?
No, and still, you know what? I gotta reach out to Koss and see if he wants to call in a little bit later and talk about state duels tomorrow. I was reading some things on Class 3A from IowaWrestle.com. For some reason, they think Ankeny Centennial is going to win that duel tomorrow against Bettendorf, and I'm going to say not so fast, my friend. I don't believe Centennial is going to beat Bettendorf in that duel tomorrow. So.
About Bettendorf basketball last night.
That's what we're talking about. Noah's going to come in.
game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I got to see the game-winning shot.
Yeah.
You were there?
No.
No, it was social media.
Social media, buddy.
Yeah,
They're covering everything now.
and then that
It was great.
Yeah, which is a big night, and we kind of talked about that yesterday. So actually, the under hit.
It did?
Yeah, and the Bulldogs covered spread. That you put it at what? You put it at -1.5, right?
No, I put it -3.5.
Oh well, then they didn't. The Bulldogs did not cover spread.
Yeah, they did not. But it was right. I was right within my realms.
Yeah.
They
So
won by 2.
it was they did not cover the spread. I think, what did I have it at? North Scott -1.5.
Yeah.
So I didn't my line didn't work out either, and I think I had it at the over under was at 101.
The Sharks are always right.
I know. So if you hit the under, if you bet the under, and you bet whatever else, but it was interesting. It's a great game, and we can't wait. Here's the other thing, Serge. I don't know if you know this. We reached out. Thanks to Dana, by the way, the business manager here at Town Square Media.
Yep.
Guess who's going dancing, boys?
We
going
are.
dancing?
We are.
Hey.
We should be dancing.
We're
Not
going
to be
to
confused
Moines.
with Dancing with the QC Stars. We're going to March Madness.
We're going to March Madness. We've got credentialed. We're gonna go. We're gonna do a show and maybe even doing a live remote from somewhere. But we're going dancing.
Jump back, Jack.
Isn't that great? I mean,
Can we
we're
bring the
pretty-
Ark
I'm
with
pretty
us?
pumped.
It's not his nickname again. Not his nickname. But that's pretty cool. I mean,
Keeps raining and snowing. We might need to take an arc.
yeah, there you go.
The Ark can drive.
So that and
See? Now, if he got us through a storm, then we could call him the arc.
Well, he is getting us through the storm. I'm liking the Ark.
we are really excited. Also, going back to North Scott and Bettendorf, that the fact that they're in 2 different sub-states, and hopefully they win out and they make it to Des Moines. They go to the West.
Absolutely. I know Koss tweeted about that again
Yes.
last night. So.
Yeah. And so what we're planning on doing is having some type of we obviously we don't know the games or when they start on that. I think it goes Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I think Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be like quarterfinals. Friday would be semifinals. Championship would be on Saturday. But we have to figure out. We'd also like to go up to Des Moines for that as well, and we'd like to have some type of a tailgate party for the North Scott Lancer fans or the Bettner fans, and we'll reach out to some establishments out in Des Moines once we figure out the times for that. But it's really, this is getting to be a lot of fun, and the fact that we're going dancing is going to be incredible. If Iowa gets to go to Des Moines,
Jay,
even better.
People
But
don't understand either. You're an incredible dancer.
I am a very good dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. But I think we talked about this yesterday after the show. It's March Madness is to be there is a lot of fun, and the only other thing that would make it even better is if we were in Vegas. So
Right.
and we're not going to Vegas.
But Vegas, you can't be down on the court unless they're having games there.
I know. What if Duke goes to Des Moines? No, seriously, you guys would love to see.
Then you're getting a Duke T-shirt or jersey.
I'm not doing it. But you guys would love to see Zion in person.
Oh my
would
God,
you?
yes.
Yes.
Let
I
me
mean,
watch
as
it.
much as you
Highlights
could sit
of
there and say like, I don't like Duke.
I could watch Zion highlights all night.
But think
Yeah,
about that.
He's
Your
incredible.
I'm excited.
eye level.
If Duke goes to Des Moines, you got to get at least a T-shirt. I'm not saying wear a jersey or a hat. Come on, fanboy.
You got to get a starter jacket.
I'm not getting started. I'm not getting Zumbas or starter jacket or anything.
Zumbas.
I'm not doing anything.
You
like
look good in Zumbas.
I'm sure I would, but
Sure you would.
Yeah, it's not going to happen at all. No, it would be cool. I mean, we have all day. We kind of talked about it yesterday how we would do this. We would go just probably on Thursday or Friday, whatever day they're hosting in Des Moines, and kind of whatever show we'd try to do a live remote 12 to 2, and then we'd head back to the well.
Maybe make a night out of it.
No, pick them up then.
Pick them up then.
Anyway, all right. Well, we got Doug Bland from the Quad City Steamrollers.
Bird.
Yeah. So let's take a quick break and bring Doug in, and we'll be right back with Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
All right, Quad Cities, we need to get you to stop going to your social media sites, asking everybody where you're going to get your oil change, where you're going to get a tattoo, or where you're going to go for lunch. Just grab your Locals Levis guide. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for. Or you can just go to the website, localslevis.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse your favorites.
Are you trying to say you don't have to go to social media and say, who wants my lunch money?
You don't, Jay.
Yeah.
You really don't
Who
have
wants
to.
my happy hour money?
Yeah.
You don't even have to do that. Just go to Locals Levis, and they'll help you find all the websites you need to find. And, hey, and they even rank the most popular places for you. So make sure you check them out. Those are our friends from Sorry.
You're right.
We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Those are our friends from Locals Levis, your guide to the best.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
It's the hottest chicken in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
Hi, this is Mark Brenny. Whether you're searching for a utility ATV for recreation, work, or hunting, you can't top a Yamaha from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic. Yamaha utility ATVs are renowned for proven off-road capability, durability, and reliability. From the ultimate mid-size, the all-new Kodiak 450 with class-leading comfort starting at just $59.99 to the incredible Grizzly EPS. All Yamaha utility ATVs are packed with class-topping features like Ultramatic transmission, all-wheel engine braking, exclusive on-command four-wheel drive, adjustable suspension with huge ground clearance to tame the roughest trails, and available class-leading Yamaha electric power steering. Now to learn more, visit YamahaMotorsports.com and Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic today. Don't forget, at Brenny's, we take all trades.
Oh yeah? How about ex-wives?
No.
Naughty kids?
Nada.
Adult porn stars?
No.
Left-wing liberals?
No.
FBI leakers?
Not happening.
Fake news reporters?
Stop it.
MSRP subject to change. ATVs are recommended for use only by riders age 16 and older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay-Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5. Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Welcome back to the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us, We're Local here on ESPN 93.5, and we're glad and happy to bring into the studio for the first time the owner of our Quad City Steamwheelers, Doug Bland. Doug, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So, got about a little over a week before the first kickoff. Tell us how things are shaping up.
Man, it's been amazing. Coach Ross and his staff did an amazing job recruiting all off season. The talent level that we have is crazy. I mean, a lot of great talent on this team. Just can't wait to see him hit the field Friday, February 22nd. We got San Diego coming to town. It's gonna be a really, really good show.
Awesome. What can we look forward to? Any new players joining the team or changes, or what do we have on the talent level?
So we have 9 guys from last year's team back. So basically 1/3 of the roster of our 25-man roster is back. The rest is all new guys that we brought in. We switched leagues from the CIF to the IFL, which is the pinnacle of our industry. That's where we had to literally step up our game from a talent standpoint. And by being affiliated with the IFL was pretty cool. Before we used to call agents and call player representatives and say, hey, we'd love to have your guy come play for us. This offseason, we got calls from those agents saying, hey, we'd love for our player to be part of your organization. So it was a kind of a paradigm switch. It was really cool to see. And, the who's going to reap the rewards of that is going to be our fans, because this is going to be some top-notch talent.
Now, from the few games that I went to last year, loved all the rules that were involved in that league. Are the rules the same?
Absolutely. Everything's identical between the CIF and IFL.
Okay, yeah, I love some of the way how the out of bounds works, and very exciting. I had nephews brought them up from Springfield and never seen arena football before, and just really got into it. They're in that age, 5th through 7th grade, and just really got into it.
The thing about our product, I mean, there's not one person who attends our games and doesn't have a good time. And it's so funny that during this off season, we were doing, different events around the community, and we get people to say, hey, we came to your game last year, and I'm not a big football fan, but man, I had fun there, and so you don't have to be a football fan to come and enjoy yourself. But if you are a football fan, it's just, it's like outdoor football on steroids. I mean, you're so close to the competition. You can literally, you just feel like you're part of it, because you're just right on top of it. The game is so fast paced. I mean, we score a ton of points, but we play a lot of defense too. I mean, It's a lot of compared to the old arena football league, it's a completely different game, because the defense really matters in our league.
Yeah, it really does. And I love the fact, you have the one receiver always running up to the line in motion, full speed when you hike the ball. I mean, that's excellent. Now, we did hear rumors that the Alliance kind of affected you guys a little bit on players. Did you lose anybody to the Alliance?
We lost 4 guys that we had signed to contracts to the Alliance. Yeah, so it did affect us a little bit. We were scrambled for some offensive linemen. They're hard to come by. Position players, I don't want to say are a dime a dozen, because we have some amazing position players, but position players are much more prevalent, but a really good offensive linemen are very hard to find, and we lost 2 of them to the AAF. So it was a little bit of a struggle,
because you don't get much you don't get a lot of press when you're doing all the hard work in the trenches. So yeah, nobody wants to be an O lineman or a D lineman. They want to be out there catching balls or throwing the ball.
Well, the D lineman's even a little more glamorous, because you get to sack and do your little dance and all that stuff. You don't see too many offensive linemen making a pancake block and then doing a dance afterwards.
Exactly.
Sure would like to.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's a rule they should change.
So, Doug, and it's your first time being on the show, and how did you decide to bring arena football to the Quad Cities?
So I owned the team in Dallas, the Dallas Marshals, and but I was born and raised in Ottawa, Illinois, which is about an hour and 15 minutes directly east of here on Interstate 80. We were looking at the team I had in Dallas was in a building that we were part owners of, so we were basically flipping the building. So we brought the team in there to try to bring more events to the building that we owned. So I was kind of looking to either move that team or do a second team. We looked at San Antonio, just couldn't get anything put together with the Alamo Dome. The rent was just outrageous. And then one day I got a phone call from Scott Mullen at the iWireless Center. At the time it was iWireless, now Taxler Center. And he said, hey, we heard that you might be wanting to do a second team. Would you be interested in coming and talking to us? And, I came up here for the John Deere Classic that year and sat down with Scott and some of the city officials and stuff. And we were able to come up with a 5-year lease that made sense for us. And then during that time, I did some research about the Steamwheelers and because I didn't live around here when that happened. So and just saw that it was a pretty storied franchise, and saw the fan base.
It was a blast back when it. Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it wasn't the community that failed that team. It was the league that failed that team.
Absolutely.
The league just got out of control in cost. I mean, they had a $1.2 million budget when this team was here back in the old AF2 days. And, I don't care how good a salesman you are. If you got to generate $1.2 million just to break even, that is a tough, tough for anybody. It's tough. Our budget is literally half that.
Yeah. So, and you said you did your research, and was it a no-brainer to be the Steamwheelers, or did you look at other options for names?
It was a no-brainer for the name. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, it had a lot of credence in the marketplace, and when they left, I don't think they burned any bridges. I mean, it was just that I think most everybody knew that the league did fold.
Yeah,
It did.
yeah.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, by no
everybody
means do
knew
I think,
that.
yeah.
I think they still had really decent
100%,
attendance.
yeah.
It wasn't, in the heyday that place was getting
Right.
packed out.
I think they
but
still had 2,500 people showing up to the games, stuff like that. But
You guys had better attendance than that.
Oh
Your
yeah,
inaugural
yeah. We
year,
broke
yeah.
attendance records last year
Yeah.
for the CIF. I mean, we actually doubled everyone else's attendance than any other team in the league last year.
Well, it's
Well,
fantastic.
I think it's a better product too now. To be honest with you, just the way the rules are, the fact that the one play I couldn't get over is the quarterback was scrambling for the other team, went to throw the ball out of bounds, and your linebacker dives. I mean, he goes running and dives and catches it as it goes out of bounds. That counts as interception.
Yeah.
It was insane.
As long as his feet were touching that wall at some point when he caught it, yeah. That's a defense actually matters in here, and it's so funny. Is I went to the season opener for the hockey game, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not a hockey fan, and I'm not trying to make anything on other, but just comparing our product to any other product out there. Fans are cheering nonstop. They're cheering, when a linebacker makes a big hit. They're cheering when we make a nice long pass or a great run or a touchdown or a sack. So there's multiple times when people are just jumping up and cheering and going crazy. Where some of the other sports, people only cheer when there's a hit or when there's a home run or a goal for that matter. So it's just so much more excitement in my eyes that our product offers. And then if you see all the little kids there just having a ball, I mean, they're dancing, they're playing on the jumbotrons. We have a lot of engagement with them. And then after the game, which is so cool about our industry, is every single ticket doubles as a on-field post-game pass. So you literally get to come down on the field where these guys just got done playing. You get to meet all these players. You get to get selfies with them, get their autograph, meet the cheerleaders. I mean, that's just unheard of in professional sports.
That's incredible because, and we were talking about the Alliance and how they're trying to, how they're trying to build each player and make their own brand, and you're already doing that, because you have access to them right after the game.
And it's a contained environment too. I mean, being inside of a sports arena, an indoor arena versus an outdoor field.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's contained by walls. So, I mean, you literally just come down on the field, and granted that we have the field's half the size, the roster's half the size. So it's a lot less, to manage. But when you get
Indeed. It's Dan Grant.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So when you get that many people, and like I said, it's such a cool thing for these little kids and adults even to come down there. They might have caught a ball during the game because all the balls that go in the stands, people get to keep them, and they bring the ball down, and it's pretty cool for a little kid to catch a ball and then have the quarterback who threw the ball to autograph it for you.
Yeah, that is, and like Jay was alluding to with the, people interacting with the players. I mean, that's going to help grow the sport. That's going to help get fan recognition with player recognition with the fans, and just, the sky's the limit really from there.
Yeah, and all my job is to do is expose our product to as many people as we possibly can, because I'm so confident in our product that once you come, you're going to become a fan of the Quad City Steamwheelers, because you cannot help but have fun at our games. So
absolutely,
everybody that's a season ticket holder, just come. All they got to do is invite their friends, their neighbors, their coworkers. I mean, just come on out to that game on February 22nd, and I can promise you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, let's take a quick break at it because I want to continue talking to Doug about this, but let's take a quick break and go to commercial real fast.
All right, Front Street Brewery, the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, is nestled beautifully along the bank of the mighty Mississippi. Served the fine community of Davenport since 1992, and they have a bunch of great beers on tap, such as their Davenport Gold, a satisfying American ale, the Wise Guy, their take on an instantly recognizable German wheat, or the Raging River, an English-inspired American IPA. You can check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. And right now we're calling on bars and restaurants to get a hold of your local distributors and put some of that Front Street beer on your tap lines or in your coolers today. That's Front Street Brewery, 208 East River Drive, or the tap room in the Freight House Complex.
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
AmeriFile Tax Centers has the best tax prep deal in town. Taxes prepared for half the price of the other guys, and you get free Rudy's Tacos, free Whitey's, or free Hungry Hobo. Go to AmeriFile.com or call AmeriFile to schedule your tax appointment today and save.
Make locally owned AmeriFile your tax place. Tax reform starts now with AmeriFile in Moline and Davenport. AmeriFile, your tax reform experts, prepare your taxes to get you what could be the biggest tax refunds in history. Locally owned AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Your taxes prepared for half the price with free Rudy's, Whitey's, or Hungry Hobo. Go to AmeriFile.com for a 30% off coupon today or call AmeriFile at 762-8087.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamWheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company. Touchdown, Steamwheelers!
There's a reason people keep coming back to Casey's General Stores. Maybe it's because we've been serving communities like yours for over 50 years. Maybe it's the smiles and friendly conversation you'll find here. Or maybe it's because we continue to spend the extra time preparing our made-from-scratch pizza the way you want it. Right now, get a large chicken bacon ranch pizza for only $13.99. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
Hi, this is John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting, here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You know, style is a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody's business. So please, plan ahead, designate before you celebrate. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
We are back at the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle So Local. Sometimes we're on 93.5, but not today.
Hey, folks out there on Facebook Live or
something's wrong with the tower.
And
The
thank you for
tower's
listening
down.
to the app and listening on your computer on ESPN935.com. But doing a little behind the scenes of live radio, I had a panic. And T-Ray could see it. Our guest, Doug Bland from the Quad City Steamwheelers, could see it. And it was that ESPN 93.5 on your terrestrial radio was not on it. And again, I automatically assume it's my fault. And I guess our tower is...
Something's wrong with the tower today.
But yeah.
A lot of bad weather.
We'll call it weather related.
Yeah. It's Andy. He's out there sabotaging us. It
was crazy. I do appreciate T-Roy, Serge, Doug, that you guys and the Marv Tender could see the look on my face
Well, you turned white. I mean, that was part of it. I'm looking at you going, I mean, your eyes are like this, and all of a sudden you went from asking questions to hitting buttons, and I'm like, all right.
I was walking out of the room, didn't say a word to you guys, and Serge was like, everything's fine.
We're good.
Tower's out. And I was like, what? Oh, okay. All right, good. All right.
Well, anyway, back to our guest, the owner of our Quad City Steamwheelers, Doug Bland, in studio for the first time, and
so,
great
Doug,
to have him.
How now you brought it here to the Quad Cities? How do you like having the Steamwheelers here in the Quad Cities?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, this is a great community. Last year, being our first year, the team had been around for 10 years. The community completely re-embraced the team, and even at a higher level than it may have been before. The corporate sponsorship opportunities were amazing. Obviously, like I said, we broke attendance records with the league. So it turned out great, and we're just trying to improve upon it. Like I said, all my job is every day is just try to make sure that we expose this to more people, because the rest will do itself. It'll do its own on its own part.
Yeah, the product will prove it. Now, are you traveling back and forth between here and Dallas?
No, I moved here last September.
Back to Ottawa?
No,
no.
No.
Great place to grow up.
I left there when I was 19 and said I will never return.
That's all right.
No, it's a good. Ottawa's turned into a pretty cool little chic town now.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of breweries and stuff they've built, but it's just a town of 18,000 people just is not for me.
And are you still affiliated with the Dallas?
No, I sold that team to a gentleman who actually just didn't do too well with it, unfortunately. But so I got rid of it when I came up here.
Wrong, but did you buy it from Jerry Jones? Is that?
No, Jerry had a team called the Dallas Desperados. Okay, and then he shut it down in 2010, I believe, and we started our team up in 2015. So they had gone like 5 years without a team in Dallas as well.
Now you guys have when we were just a podcast or whatever else, we had like meet and greets. We did tailgate with our friends at 1848 Pub 1848. So I know I want to continue that. I would like to have like before games like meet and greet with some of our fans, the Hasslers.
What's the rule for the parking lot?
What do you mean?
On the other side of the tax layer. Can you tailgate over there?
Oh yeah. Once the weather clears up, they're cool with it. Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that back row that lines up along the river is usually where everybody sends up.
We'll probably be at the bar, but we're creatures of habit.
As soon as we buy that boat with all this money that's coming in, we'll just park our boat right there and
Marvin, looks like you have to get your boat license. You need to drive.
So our office is right next to 1848.
Okay.
Right there,
yeah. I knew that.
Yeah, they're great over there, and Ashley's fantastic. So, and it was fun talking to her a couple weeks ago about you guys, and she loves you guys so much. So it's good to have that we can have a place to go to beforehand and after for the games, and it really is like it's one of those things that it's one of those things in the Quad Cities that you don't have a bad experience whatsoever. You walk away saying, I can't wait to go back again. And that's the way I know when you and I went to exhibition game last year, we were like, we're in. And you took your nephews, T-Roy.
Yeah.
And,
they had a
and
blast,
I went back
man.
a couple times too. And every time I was like, the product was so good and so much fun that it was just like, I have to go back. I want to go back every time. And I want to embrace it.
Well, the first game we went with Andrew and Jacqueline from the River Band.
We saw them in line, and we said, "Hey, come with us."
That's right. Duh.
Pick them up, then.
Pick them up. So we were with them, and then
there's some people who want to go see a game.
I went to 2 other games other than that. After that, so I had a great time every time. So
the cool thing, the IFL has a 14-game schedule. The CIF had a 12. So last year we had a preseason game. We called it a non-conference game, which know. But this year we jump right into it when San Diego comes to town. A week from Friday, that's going to be a full IFL schedule game, so we don't have any opportunity for a tune-up. We got to jump right into it.
Yeah. Now, who won the championship in this league last year?
The Barnstormers did. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to kill them.
Yeah,
so from Des Moines.
We get them March 3rd, our second game.
We're just praising Des Moines about how much we can't wait to go there.
Yeah, I mean, for certain things, but no one likes Des Moines.
Shut down on the radio.
We're going to offend everybody for the week. So.
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless you live in the Quad Cities.
Our cars aren't going to start when we walk outside.
No, so the Barnstormers rivalry was a really big thing back in the day. So that's another cool thing about being affiliated with the IFL is, we have them in Green Bay that are close by, and then Cedar Rapids.
Yes.
So their fans will be able to travel to our games. So that's just another revenue model that helps us from having teams that are within driving distance of each other.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, our fans going there as well.
Now, are the Steamwheelers favorite to repeat or
the Barnstormers?
I'm sorry.
I don't
No,
think
you
so.
just said no. You said no, T-Roy.
I know, but I mean, just to ask.
I wouldn't think they're going to. They lost their pretty much their whole coaching staff except for their head coach, and lost several key players. So they're going to have a little bit of a rough. I mean, they're a great franchise. So don't get me wrong.
They got to go through us first. That's the deal.
I'm just saying, are we bringing back our quarterback?
Yes.
Oh,
So
then we're
EJ,
set.
yeah, EJ's back, but he's got some competition. I'm not going to lie. We brought in a kid, Dylan Turner, who was he threw for like 5,200 yards in college, and it's quite the battle in training camp right now. So we got the best of both worlds. So last year, if we would have had a quality backup, I'm pretty confident we would have had home field advantage for the playoffs because when EJ went down last year, it was tough because we were literally bringing guys off that had been on the couch for 3 years that played at the D2 schools and stuff. So it was a little bit tough.
How do you recruit players like kickers and whatnot? I mean, that's got to be the one thing, the hardest thing. Like you just said, guys that are on the couch, but that's got to be the hardest thing is like a kicker to find someone to come.
Yeah, because that's a very small.
Yeah, we were blessed last year. So Jacob Stites literally played at Augustana during the season last year. Then he graduated in May, and he was playing one for us. So, I mean,
oh, wow.
He went from the college field literally onto our field, but we didn't get him until like the fourth game into the season, which we would have won the first 3 games if we would have had him because we missed
I do remember the
we
kick,
missed five extra
Yeah,
points
I do
and
recall.
3 field goals. So
I think my game when I took the nephews was the first game that you got him.
Yeah.
And it was a great game.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he was well worth it.
yeah, and he's a great kid. He's local, so I mean that works out for us. In the CIF, we could only have 18 housed players, where that's not the thing in the IFL. You can house all 24 or 25 guys, but we have I think we have 6 local players that are on the roster.
Cool. And then I know last year you had Julian play for you, but he's always a big proponent for what you guys are doing in champion you guys and everything else. And Julian's awesome. We're going to see him this Friday when we do our billiards thing against the teens and the tweens. But yeah, any other? We got to have Pork Chop on too very soon. We had him on with Jim, Jim Albrecht, the voice of the Steamwheelers. But we got to get Pork Chop on.
I tried getting Julian to come back another year, but Paula wasn't having it.
Too many kids.
I was like pitchmaster general last year in the middle of the season. I was like, "You sure you can't?"
These guys in the NFL, man, and I don't know if Pat's listening or not, but same with Anger, man. Everything goes through Mary Beth. And same thing with Julian. Everything goes through Paula.
Yeah, the biggest, toughest guys on the earth, man. Fold like a cheap suit in front of their wives.
I don't know. Let me check.
I remember Facebook messaging her saying something like, I don't think this is going to happen. And then I did the whole Jim Carrey thing. So you're saying there's a chance. I just sent the little
like 1 in a million.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Your hands are freezing, Harry.
Yeah. All right. So a week from Friday, we're gonna have a kickoff for the Steamwheelers, and like I said, we got to get Pork Chop on. And Doug, you've been a great guest. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I know you're busy. Doug's
Yeah.
got to be. He's got a meeting at 1:00 over at Tax Slayer. So, Doug, thank you so much for coming on. We
No
really
problem.
appreciate it. It's been great talking to you.
So we
And-
got our new website for tickets. So if they go to steamwheelertickets.com, it's the landing page directly for all of our ticket sales. They can click on that, or they can go down the Tax Slayer box office, or you can buy them the night of the game, whichever
Perfect.
you want to do.
Thank you so much, Doug. We appreciate your time, man. It's been awesome talking to you, and look forward to having you on again soon.
Thank you, guys.
Do you want the latest in TV and security technology but don't know where to start? Call Done Right TV and Security Solutions, your Dish Premier local retailer, and get started today. They'll take the guesswork out of choosing the latest smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been a leader in technology for years, and the Hopper Smart HD DVR interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. Sign up today and receive a Nest doorbell system free, courtesy of Done Right. Call 866-84-RIGHT today and let Done Right provide local professional installation with personal service that is trusted by thousands of homeowners and businesses in the Quad Cities. Requires an internet-connected Hopper and restrictions do apply. That's Done Right TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
It's Wine at the Warehouse with St. Ambrose University. Join us for a casual tasting on Saturday, March 2nd in the Dimitri Wine and Spirits Warehouse from 4 to 6 p.m. Support student scholarships while sampling an assortment of wine and enjoying appetizers from several area restaurants. Tickets for the event are $35 in advance and $45 at the door. Event is open to the public. For more information, visit sau.edu/winefest. See you March 2nd at Wine at the Warehouse, an event of the St. Ambrose University Wine Festival.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
There's a reason people keep coming back to Casey's General Stores. Maybe it's because we've been serving communities like yours for over 50 years. Maybe it's the smiles and friendly conversation you'll find here. Or maybe it's because we continue to spend the extra time preparing our made-from-scratch pizza the way you want it. Right now, get a large chicken bacon ranch pizza for only $13.99. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
It's the hottest chicken in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
AmeriFile Tax Centers has the best tax prep deal in town. Taxes prepared for half the price of the other guys, and you get free Rudy's Tacos, free Whiteys, or free Hungry Hobo. Go to AmeriFile.com or call AmeriFile to schedule your tax appointment today and save.
Make locally owned AmeriFile your tax place. Tax reform starts now with AmeriFile in Moline and Davenport. AmeriFile, your tax reform experts, prepare your taxes to get you what could be the biggest tax refunds in history. Locally owned AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Your taxes prepared for half the price with free Rudy's, Whiteys, or Hungry Hobo. Go to AmeriFile.com for a 30% off coupon today or call AmeriFile at 762-8087.
Women Lead Change is now accepting nominations for the 2019 Athena and Male Champion of Change Awards. Nominations are due by noon on February 15th. This year's awards luncheon will be held on April 4th at the Waterfront Convention Center. For more information on the awards, please call Women Lead Change at 319-423-7175 or visit WLCglobal.org.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
Right now at Checkers, try the new $4 meal deal, including your choice of either a crispy fish, spicy chicken, or checker burger with cheese sandwich, along with a small fry, 20-ounce drink, and a bonus side of chicken bites. It's all for only $4. Going on right now at Checkers. Right now at Checkers, try the new $4 meal deal, including your choice of either a crispy fish, spicy chicken, or checker burger with cheese sandwich, along with a small fry, 20-ounce drink, and a bonus side of chicken bites. It's all for only $4. Going on right now at Checkers.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion
of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
Welcome back to the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunray Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us Local here on ESPN 93.5. Joining us in studio every Tuesday, our boy Rothy, the voice of our Quad City Storm. And with him, Rothy, introduce our friends.
All right, well, down on the far side, we have Al Graves.
Hi.
Both these guys actually been with us since the beginning of the season. Al's had a great last couple of weeks, got goals in back-to-back weeks, and had a good scrap this weekend versus Peoria. And Dalton Mills, who is one of our top goal scorers, got red hot at the beginning of the season, cooled off a little bit, but he's ready to break out of it. We know when you guys gave Bennett the nickname, he caught on fire, so we figured
the bullet.
get him in
The
here,
bullet.
get the monkey
We gotta
off
give
his
Dalton a
back,
nickname, yeah.
get him rolling.
You're not allowed to give a nickname, by the way. You're out.
Bull, I give nicknames.
No, you're out. You're out.
Just because you gave Bullet. Who got in a fight? Who
That'd be me.
Hey, Al,
Yeah, you looked up on Peoria.
Let's just jump right into this.
Sure.
When is it that you're just like, I'm going to drop the gloves?
Well, actually,
because obviously you've been more than one, but when is it you're like, you make eye contact, and you're like, you know what? F it, we're going to do it.
Well, actually, what had happened was after we scored our second goal, they actually challenged me to a fight because they wanted to, I guess, stem me the tides or, provide some momentum for their team. And I thought, well, this might be a good chance because I know if I could pump them really good, it could really deflate them. So it was kind of, he just looked at me and said, hey, you want one? I said, absolutely.
Seriously, that's how it goes?
A lot of the times, that's honestly how it goes. You just do it for momentum. Sometimes you just do it to put on a show. Other times it is like more personal, like something happens. So another person might take a liberty at one of your teammates. And you have to defend it.
Good case of that. Not sorry to cut you out there, but the night before, Dalton actually got hit from behind by one of the guys that was on our team left for Peoria. Got hit from behind. Al went and jumped him. Got a few good shots in on him, too, and only got 2 minutes somehow. But just kind of the contrast of reasons you could have.
One of our former Storm guys did it to you, Dalton?
He went to Peoria?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, seriously. So, you're playing, and, like, maybe something happens. They check you, or they hit you with a stick, and you're like, listen, enough's enough. Like, don't do it again. And the guy goes, you want to go? And you're like, fine.
That's actually how it happens.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
A lot of the times that is how it kind of goes down. So.
And you got to protect Dalton.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at this pretty face.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Well, he's my roommate, so nobody picks on Dalton. He's like my little brother. So.
So it's incredible to me that you're just like, yeah, let's go after it. And Dalton, you're one of the leading scorers for the Storm, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
And T-Ray,
He's not a stat man, dude.
T-Ray, you just met Dalton. Do you want to ask him the question?
Oh. What? The one about from
What movie does he watch?
Oh yeah, do you like Youngblood? Any stories about like a house lady that takes care of you?
All right, now that's a little bit different.
We probably shouldn't go there.
Yeah, you can keep that on here.
Yeah.
You left that open-ended, didn't
No, I didn't mean that. Yeah, I just
Listen, he's named after Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse.
Yeah,
so
of course, yes.
You know right there. but he's got Al as his cooler. So that's Al's nickname is the cooler.
That's right.
Or Serge, we could call him the Wolf. Dalton was the cooler. I know Dalton was a cooler, but I'm just saying it's kind of a little.
Dalton was the cooler.
I like calling him the Wolf. Bring in the Wolf. Winston Wolf. What?
What does that have anything to do with anything?
He gets things done.
Different movie.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Jay,
though.
come on,
Yeah.
man. Get after it.
So
you're not very good at nicknames.
A great weekend. Peoria obviously is our rival, whatever else. And
Peoria, Jay.
We got the win. And awesome to do for that last Wednesday to paint the ice.
Yeah, it was a great week. Like you said, Wednesday was awesome. We had a really good turnout. I know most people have seen that picture from above.
Mm-hmm.
Great drone shot of the ice. It was awesome. They went to Peoria Friday night, played a really good game. Peoria hasn't lost in regulation at their home rink yet this season, but I think we're one of 2 teams that's played 1-goal games with them. That was one of them. And then they come back and Like you said, it's always a battle with Peoria, but a huge bonus for that night. We had over 5,000 fans there, and they were great the whole night. And it was a back-and-forth game. They kept them in it, and in the end it was 4-3, came out with 2 points.
So when you're driving down to Peoria, like, are you just like, I'm just tired of these guys? Like, I've just had it.
It does get very monotonous playing them so many times, and the fact that they're so close. I understand, the reasoning behind scheduling them so many times. We play them 12 times,
16.
Oh my goodness! So it's just something we've kind of become like accustomed to at this point.
And going down to, it was Fayetteville, right? Going down there, right?
We were in Huntsville. Fayetteville's coming up in a couple weeks.
Huntsville. So, like, even though it's a long trip, it's still something to look forward to because you guys get a bond on the bus ride down and everything. So it's different than making the trip on 74,
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to not play the same team every time.
And Dalton, where are you from Canada?
I'm a little bit outside of Toronto.
Okay.
About an hour outside of Toronto there.
And how old are you, Dalton?
24.
24. All right.
Now when the bus went down to Huntsville, it probably took 74 down, right? I'm assuming. Just follow me. Follow me, Jay.
Cut off.
All right.
So when we went through Peoria, you guys stopped to take a dump there, right?
Okay. All right.
What?
I'm not following you anymore. No.
We're not on the radio today.
Yeah, Jay, you can't stop me.
So the FCC's not gonna. FCC's not gonna get on.
The FCC will find us like Eminem, man. I'm gonna get loose today.
So again, every time we have a hockey player on, he always asks about young blood. And anytime I meet a Canadian, I gotta ask, do you watch Degrassi?
I don't know. No.
You're so ridiculous.
They don't. That's the thing. It's a Canadian show, but no one from Canada watches
It's like us watching
Degrassi.
the Brady Bunch. Nobody likes that crap.
No, have you heard of? There's a show came out a couple years ago with Eugene Levy.
Oh yeah. Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. So that show was filmed in my town.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my wife's gonna love that. She loves that show.
Yeah, I think they're like gonna try and rename our town to Schitt's Creek because it's
seriously.
Yeah, it's called Goodwood right now.
Yeah.
And like we got a gas station, a bakery, and a Subway, and that's it. And
do you guys know the show?
Yeah, I know the show.
Yeah, people love this show.
What about Property Brothers? I think those dudes are Canadian. You don't watch that one, do you? Oh. Seriously, man.
That's incredible. And on top of it, now I gotta ask. You watch The Bachelor, Dalton?
Yeah.
Al, you do too?
Absolutely.
See? You guys are kicked off, man.
Why am I kicked off?
Al and Dalton are in.
It's because they have nothing to do on Tuesday nights.
I didn't. And I don't care if we're doing sports.
They never have a game on Monday
night.
nights.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't watch last night. Who got sent home?
Well, the big loss for me. So we all get together, we watch it and stuff. We actually do a fantasy league.
Yeah.
So like we get to like pick who we want to win and stuff at the start of the season. And my pick Demi unfortunately got gassed yesterday.
Don't tell me that.
So
don't tell me that.
Well, and what did you do after she got knocked off?
Obviously sliding her DMs on Instagram.
That a boy.
Yeah.
She's
There you
crazy.
go.
Absolutely.
She's good crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what,
like him
Demi's my favorite, and that really does hurt my heart that she got sent home too early to be sent home. By the way,
Yeah.
She should have made it before the home visits because she's crazy, good crazy.
Yeah.
And if Colton's right, if he's smart, he's like, listen, I got some boys back home that would like a crazy girl like you.
Absolutely.
And you should not have sent her home.
She kind of dug her own grave though. You know,
I'm
like
gonna have to watch it when I get home after this.
She called her mom, which she was fresh out of prison.
Yes,
and that scares the guy. Like,
yeah.
You can't do that right before a
Her
home
mom was
visit.
in the joint?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right away.
wow.
Came
kinda
right
girl.
out hard saying that my mom's in the joint. She's a felon.
That's perfect.
Yeah, she's got daddy issues and her mom's in prison. But I tell you what, she's good crazy.
She's good crazy.
So anyway, so I just we had when we had Cody on and the Bullet, I said my final four are Tasha, Kaylin.
My final four.
Hey, stop it. Tasha, Kaylin,
Oh Lord.
Cassie, and Hannah G. Sounds good?
Yeah, it sounds like a solid lineup.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
See, you guys.
Oh, now it's us. It's me and Serge. Yeah, we're the ones wrong.
I'm pretty sure from here on out, from Tuesdays, you guys are gonna have the day off, and I'm bringing in these guys to talk. We can talk. Rothy, how come you're not involved in this?
You know, I told them I'm a binge watcher. When I watch shows, they got to be back to back. And I had The Bachelor come on. I fired my TV up, and it was on the channel. And this was earlier in the season, but whoever the girl was talking at that moment had this nails on a chalkboard voice, and she was getting vocal and screaming, and since then I have not even gone back.
It's probably Hannah B. or Stifler's mom.
She wasn't ugly, but she had a tough voice.
Yeah, it's probably Hannah from Alabama.
Oh, she's a hot one, right?
She's
who's left that has the juiciest booty?
It's okay.
It's
We're
all
not
right,
on
yeah.
the air. We're not on the radio. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can say whatever you want. It's Cassie, by the way.
Cassie is
it's
the juiciest
100%
booty?
Cassie, yes.
All right.
It's Cassie.
How's she look from the neck up?
She's attractive.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
I like
she's
her then.
yeah. Anyway, and when you say binge watching, it's cringe watching because that crazy girl Heather who hasn't been kissed or whatever else, that's cringe watching. Yeah.
That's aggressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know how.
Did Jay ever tell you a story about the first time I tongue kissed?
Stop it. Stop it. This is like a week-long thing here. Like,
And I'm going to keep it up until you let me tell the story.
no, I don't want to talk about this
All right.
at all.
Wait till he's
Anyway,
sick one day, Serge.
Guys, so thanks
I've been
for
watching
coming
her run
in.
that
It's been a lot of fun. I don't know like how you guys feel about this, but we talked about The Bachelor. We talked about Storm. I think the one thing, Al, though, the most that I look at this is like the fights. Like, I know everyone likes to see the fights, but just the idea that a guy just not whispers, but says in your ear, like, you want to go?
Right.
And you're like, yeah, enough's
He's
enough.
a cowboy fan from Philly, man.
That's right.
He fights.
Yeah.
Full of anomalies.
Dude.
Yeah.
But it is a little crazy, isn't it? That they're just like, enough's enough, man.
I like
we got to
it.
do this.
I like it.
And
All right.
Al's
You
like,
want some?
I was like,
All right, let's do
absolutely.
it.
I was like, absolutely.
You put a whooping on him too, huh?
I believe so.
He did.
And you don't mess with,
Rossi wouldn't
Dalton.
bring it up if he didn't.
You don't mess with Dalton. That's the thing.
Yeah, don't mess with the cooler.
Thank you.
Dalton's the cooler.
Yeah,
All right.
it's the wolf.
The wolf. All right, you're bringing the wolf.
So next game, Rothy, what are we looking at?
Yeah, we got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Holy
Triple
cow,
header.
you guys are busy.
A very busy weekend. The Macon Mayhem come to town Friday. It's the only time we see them all year, and that's anti-Valentine's Day. We're going to have
That's a heck of a road trip for them.
Oh, yeah.
$2 hot dogs, T-Roy.
$2 hot dogs.
Doesn't love a hot
Demolition
dog.
car is going to be there. Write your ex's name on it. Smash it with a sledgehammer.
That's right.
That's Friday. Saturday is superhero night.
It is. Dalton, if you could dress up as a superhero, who would you dress up as?
Thor.
Al, if you could dress up as a superhero, who would you dress up as?
Ooh, that's tough.
T-Roy, if you could dress up as a superhero, who would you dress up as?
You know it's Captain America.
I know it's Captain America. Rothy, we talked about this last week. Is T-Roy allowed to bring his Captain America shield to the superhero night?
I got one.
Encouraged.
Movie quality.
I don't think you should allow weapons to the Tax Slayer
Come on
Center.
now, who's your superhero?
Can I go Wolverine?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
As long as it's not DC.
Serge, if you could dress up as a superhero, who would it be?
Incredible Hulk. Love it.
Okay.
Jay, you're a Spider-Man.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. You read me pretty well.
Speaking of monkeys.
What?
Oh, did you guys
Spider monkey.
Yeah. Did you know Jay was a part-time rodeo clown?
I tried to.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then on the 17th is Pucks and Paws Day.
Pucks and Paws Day. You can bring your dog to the rink that day.
They
Let
have
him
wiener
watch
dog
the
races
game.
that day?
And we are going to have small dog races at intermission on the ice.
Seriously?
That ought to be
Can
hilarious.
we bet on that?
Well, absolutely.
Can we name the wiener dogs?
Sure.
All right. How many are going to be racing? 4?
Not sure yet. We're hoping to have 10, 20, around that.
What?
One of the other teams in the league, Knoxville, it's
Yeah.
like one of their big draws. They have 3 heats during the game.
How do you get the wiener dogs to run in a straight line?
Throw a ball.
Oh, good point. All right. Got it.
10 to 20 wiener dogs?
We're hoping for that. Like, Knoxville normally has 70 wiener dogs in the house when they do their races, and we're going to try and start it and get it going like that.
So how does that happen? Do you send something out to the Quad Cities and be like, hey, if you own a wiener dog and you think he's fast, bring him to the wiener dog races?
Bring him. And it doesn't, we're not just doing wiener dogs. We're opening it up to any dog under 20 pounds.
Oh, Rowdy's out.
So
Rowdy weighs
Well,
about 90
the
pounds.
dogs with shorter legs are going to be better on the ice, man. The big dogs are going to
It's pretty funny to watch. Pretty funny to watch.
Yeah. I still think Rowdy should be allowed. He's a chocolate lab, and he's like 95 pounds, but he's pretty quick. So that's this weekend. So like you said, Anti-Valentine's Night is the 15th, Superheroes Night the 16th, and 17th is Pucks and Paws Day. That's the wiener dog races.
You got it.
That's awesome. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in. We appreciate your time.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having
being
us.
here. Every Tuesday is Happy Tuesday at Van's Pizza Pub and Grill because happy hour drinks are all day long. Starting at 6, every large pizza is $12, so stop in tonight and try one of Van's specialty pizzas like the Rizzo, Kelchin's Florentine, the T-Rex, or the Big Mark. You can get any of Van's food items to go at vanspizza.net. You can see their menu and just get a hold of Good to Go Quad Cities at 322-2220. Or go to goodtogoqc.com. Grab all these specials and more at 3333 North Harrison Street or downtown Davenport at 217 Brady. That's Van's Pizza Pub and Grill. Come get served.
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamWheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
It's Wine at the Warehouse with St. Ambrose University. Join us for a casual tasting on Saturday, March 2nd in the Dimitri Wine and Spirits Warehouse from 4 to 6 p.m. Support student scholarships while sampling an assortment of wine and enjoying appetizers from several area restaurants. Tickets for the event are $35 in advance and $45 at the door. Event is open to the public. For more information, visit sau.edu/winefest. See you March 2nd at Wine at the Warehouse, an event of the St. Ambrose University Wine Festival.
Hey, it's T-Roy from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We've got your chance to win tickets to see two-time Grammy-nominated blues rock guitarist Joe Bonamassa, Thursday, March 7th at the Adler Theater. You can win your pair every day while we talk sports on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local between noon and 2. You can also register to win a pair by entering on the ESPN 93.5 app. Don't miss the Guitar Rock Fan of the Year, Joe Bonamassa, at the Adler Theater Thursday, March 7th. Tickets now on sale through Ticketmaster or the Adler Theater box office. Listen to win from Don't Hassle Us, We're Local and ESPN 93.5.
Women Lead Change is now accepting nominations for the 2019 Athena and Male Champion of Change Awards. Nominations are due by noon on February 15th. This year's awards luncheon will be held on April 4th at the Waterfront Convention Center. For more information on the awards, please call Women Lead Change at 319-423-7175 or visit WLCglobal.org.
Old Man Winter seems like he's here to stay. Do you have your vehicle protected? Line X of the Quad Cities can help protect you from everything Mother Nature can throw at you. Floor liners, cargo liners, mud flaps, truck bed covers, protective coatings, rust proofing, and more. Whether you travel on-road, off-road, or off the grid, Line X has got you covered. Don't buy your next vehicle without a stop at Line X of the Quad Cities. Call Line X today at 563-445-4639. Don't just protect it, Line X it.
Make your next new or used purchase a slam dunk at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll have the full court press advantage each and every time. You'll be treated like a star from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh yeah, Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Get a shiver in the dark.
The wheels are coming up.
Back
So the
in
tower's
Hassle
down.
Palace. Hold on.
The tower's down, and we can just everything just goes crazy now.
No.
We're back in the Hassle Palace here.
Brought to you by Dunright
ESPN 93.5 FM. You can listen to us on your app. You can listen to us on Facebook Live, YouTube as well. Leave comments on the Van's Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. Feel free to call in 563-391-3776. But yeah,
Marv Tender will be over there running the phone lines.
I guess in terrestrial radio.
Yeah, because we have our new intern.
We do. Everybody meet Noah.
How's it going?
It's not the Ark. No, it's not.
Well, Serge put a poll out there. Ask them if they like Ark for the nickname.
So far. Yeah, you can say please to Serge at any point. You don't say Serge, do it.
I didn't say
dance.
Do it.
Make me a bicycle.
Noah, make me a bicycle clown.
Noah, you went to the basketball game last night. You took great notes. Your penmanship reminds me of my 8th grade girlfriend.
Don't let him give you a hard time,
Yeah.
Mark.
So, but you did take great notes, Noah. What did you think about the game?
Well, you know, it was my first game ever going not as a fan, so it was a little bit out of my comfort zone in the beginning, but I got into it pretty easily.
How did that pass get you in?
Easily. I showed him it, flashed it. Here you go.
Hold on a
Come
second.
in.
So, hold on. You said, like, I'm here to cover this for ESPN 93.5, and they're like, we don't, they're
Well,
good.
yeah, I showed it, and they said, wait, who are you? And I said, well, this is somebody I work with because it's his picture on it. And so they said, oh, all right. They gave me a roster, said, go sit down.
Yeah, they said he can't make it, but I'm here to cover it for him.
Yeah,
and
they didn't question it once.
It's awesome.
Thanks to Dana for doing that.
We got clout.
Yeah, so that's the first
Lot of
time.
street cred right
it's
now.
the first time that pass got to be used. That's our first media pass, and Noah, you got through with flying colors. How was the crowd?
Great. Very excited on both sides. Towards the end of the game, actually, everyone was standing. For about the last minute of the game, everyone on both sides was standing, cheering on. It was a very close game, really good.
So how did the game start out?
Started out good. They let everybody know that DJ Carton last game was being introduced as the new record holder for the single-season points record with 1,083 points before this game. Scored 15 this game. And so I made sure to look out for him. Also, North Scott was undefeated, so I knew before even going into that it was going to be a good game. Not to mention it was 1 versus 2.
Okay, so defensive struggle, offensive. How did it ebb and flow?
First quarter was pretty much all Bettendorf. The score was only 11-6, but it could have been 11-0. Bettendorf was playing lockdown D. The only shots North Scott was taking were not very good ones, not many open looks. Bettendorf was moving the ball around a lot and got a lot of good looks. Tyler Wellman had 12 points. 3 of those points that he scored were all 3-pointers, and that was also happened in the first quarter. So he was getting a lot of good looks.
All right, so then as you move on in the second quarter, tightened up a little bit, or what happened?
Not really. Up until about the third quarter, Bettendorf was holding them off. Pretty good defense, moving the ball around a lot, and held the lead all the way up until the fourth quarter. They seemed to let off a little bit at halftime. North Scott was moving around the ball a little bit more, was scoring points a little bit easier, but pretty much the same game plan. It seemed like at halftime, North Scott switched something up and was able to move the ball around a little bit more, get more points on the board, but Bettendorf was still holding them off. Their defense is very good.
All right, so go into the final 2 minutes for me.
Final 2 minutes. North Scott took the lead in about the midway of the fourth quarter, and they tied it, took the lead. Lead went back and forth a few times. North Scott would have been able to extend their lead, but both times that they would have been able to with fouls at the free throw line, missed them both. So they missed out on that opportunity. And actually, DJ was fouled 3 times, made all of his free throws, so that really set him apart. Fourth quarter was really back and forth. Come down, score, or come down, miss. It was very back and forth up until about 15 seconds left when DJ took the ball down and passed it to Trevor Feller, which scored his only point of the game, which was a 3, which sealed away the game.
Big time 3.
Oh, yeah.
Big time 3, yeah. So, yeah, and that secured number 2 over number 1. Well, thanks for going to the game, brother. That's awesome, man. Your first assignment as a part of the Hassel crew.
I have to say this. I was critical of the Bettendorf basketball team, and they proved me wrong. I was. DJ's a great player, obviously. We know that, and he's the all-time lead scorer. But I even said before the year, I said, well, he's got to take him to at least to the bank, to Wells Fargo. And number 2 over number 1, it's looking good. Like I said, I'm the first.
Well, they got the job done at home. That's what you need to do in that situation.
I'm the first to say it. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. And I was, DJ's going to go D1. He's going to Ohio State. And when you compare now what we know Wheezy, right? And Wheezy got Muscatine to the state not state championship, but the state playoffs. He got him to the well. And so I said the same thing about DJ. DJ's got to get him there, and it looks like he's going to. So, like I said, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Good for Bettendorf, and Buddy will he'll adjust. Just like you said, Noah. At halftime seemed like North Scott made some adjustments, and Seamus will get them there. They'll get that team there, and we look forward to it. Hopefully, there's no speed bumps on the way to the well for either one of these teams, and there's no slouch in Central either. No. So. It's incredible game. Good for us. Good for the Eastern Iowa to have this. We were talking yesterday, and who was it at Harrington's Pub? 1985 was the last time.
Nelly.
1 versus
Nelly
2.
was telling us about
Nelly
this.
told us this.
Yeah,
I can't.
It was
Nelly
Burlington.
remembers that.
Burlington versus
you were gone.
Yeah.
He had texted me the other day while we were talking about it, and I never got back to him because I told him I said.
Oh, actually,
I said I'm not going to
he's
know.
absolutely right. I was there for that. West Waterloo was #1 that year.
3 versus. They saw each other in the tournament as well, but they played 3 times that year. And Burlington and Bettendorf were 1 in '85. That's the Joe Gottschalk team, and Sturms was Bobby Sturms.
I don't even know
team.
why you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it though. I told him, say Noah, where'd you go to high school?
Moline.
Okay.
Matt Crane was on that team.
Congratulations! After one game last night, you already know more about Bettendorf High School basketball than I do. So it's not going to take long. I'm just
Nellie's absolutely right because Bettendorf beat Burlington for the championship after
right.
Burlington
He said they played each other like 3 times that year.
Yeah, twice in conference and then also in the state
I told him,
championship.
I said, hey, I haven't gotten back to you yet because I know nothing about it. I was waiting to ask you guys about it.
You know, if he's listening,
and it was over the weekend.
He's listening.
I
If
was
he's
there,
listening,
man.
my friend Tommy Augusta, if he's listening, he's friends with Joe Gottschalk. He'll say absolutely. I know that for a fact. But yeah, that 3 times that year they played, and actually Doug Meek, Pines Iowa City, he knows a lot about that game as well.
Matt Crane, I know Matt Crane well. He played on that team. So did.
But that was the last time we had 1 versus 2 in Eastern Iowa. I know Burlington's not really a
Block,
classy
I
area.
believe. Yeah.
Noah, another question for you. Do you like Binger or the Arc?
Well, that's actually.
What's Binger?
What's his gamer name?
What?
It's your gamer tag, isn't it?
Oh, well, this is
Where does this
interesting.
come from?
We're getting into-
Because I was going to
come
tell
on.
you this story.
Oh, you get the stat cat over here, buddy. I do my homework.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, the Binger was just my last name is Bollinger, so
Okay.
decided to cut out the O and the
Binger.
L.
Okay.
And it was actually, I was intended for it to be B-Inger, but that never
I do
happened.
like the Binger.
So, but
And,
I mean, if it's your gamer tag, whatever else, we're going to ask you, do you prefer to be called that or not?
I would rather prefer ARC because
Okay,
that is my
so
current gamer tag. The Binger was old. That
Okay.
was my old one. I changed it now, and now
The
it
Arc is your tag?
Yes, because Noah's
Are you
Arc.
kidding me?
Woo! T-Roy!
That's just the first one, buddy.
Are you
Just
serious?
wait.
Now that I have Noah's Arc does get mentioned to me like 400,000 times a day.
T-Roy also
so
thought
it's
no,
a-
it doesn't.
It's an easy guess,
Right.
but
No,
that
it
is
does
it.
not get
Red
mentioned
Knight's
more than
going
1,000
down.
times a day.
No, it doesn't.
Down.
just about every new teacher I have makes a Noah's Arc joke.
There you go. And the Arc is.
I like the Bing.
He's not Chandler Bing.
You like Binger.
He's not our little Bing.
From
Well,
everything
you know
I've
what?
learned,
He'll
you
come.
cannot choose your own nickname.
No,
so,
you cannot.
That's
And
right.
So that's
That's why it's the Arc.
Hold on a second. You weren't here. You had just left, and we met last week, Noah, and we were talking. And then you said, and I was like, "Hey," on Twitter, you're like, "No,
Here we
I
go,
just got off
T-Roy.
Twitter."
I've been
and
first.
I said, "Stop." I said, "Don't go back on Twitter yet." And then I said to these guys, "I go, he's not going to go on Twitter till his nickname becomes organic, because we got to give Noah a nickname." And then he says the Arc, and I'm like, "Absolutely not." Now you're telling me it's the Arc. It's your gamer handle. I can't handle this at all. It's the Arc.
I think it's early. We'll let him.
I like the Arc.
But it's already his handle for gaming. Like we
It's
can't.
okay. It's the Arc, man.
I'll take it. I'm big like a boat.
I have 7. Boy.
Listen to this over here.
I love this kid.
Tier's been
He's
coaching
the
him.
best, man.
He's big like a boat. What's going on over here?
No, how old are you?
20 years old.
Oh boy.
Gosh, you could be my
I'm
kid.
21 on Cinco de Mayo.
I'm gonna have to scoot away.
Oh, seriously?
See, I love it.
We got a birthday coming up?
Yeah.
Might have to
You turned
scoot away from
21 on
T-Roy.
Cinco de Mayo?
Indeed.
Dude, we're getting you so drunk.
Oh, whoa. His parents might be listening.
They are.
It'll be legal.
Where do you
Parents.
think I'm getting all this inside info?
Stop. We can't do
I
this.
might be older than his mom and dad. How old are your mom and dad?
Oh, gosh.
I might be.
Born
It's
in
not a job
75 and
interview.
69.
Well, I'm older than one of them.
They're born in 75.
69.
I was born in 76. You're older. Yeah, you're
I'm older than one of them and just slightly younger than the other.
We're lucky T-Roy didn't say I could be your dad.
Now, don't be disrespectful to Mrs. Arc.
I'm not at all.
Hey, my mom has a great sense of humor.
Good.
She's
See,
laughing. I know it.
She's gonna teach you.
She
You're
is.
gonna be on here with us.
Noah, let me ask you, because you are our guy that's actually on the other side of the Mississippi. What is that kind of like sports-wise? Because the Quad Cities is separated, obviously, by a river, but it still seems like it's one thing. Like, is it hard for you to cross the river? Because Iowa people, they're like, I'm not going over to Illinois, and vice versa. Sometimes Illinois
He's
people
going
like,
to Ambrose, so it can't be that
I'm
hard.
just asking. As far as like, do you look at it differently? Like,
Well, I was born in Davenport, and I lived part of my life in Davenport and part in Moline. So I played football for Davenport West Junior, like in 5th and 6th grade, and then I went to John Deere Middle School. And so I've went back and forth. So the whole Quad Cities feels like a home to me. So I don't see any difference in
So
going
there's no
to
crossing the line.
Not at all. Not at all. I see it all as just
Makes
different
sense.
schools, and it's all one.
Where
to me.
did you end up graduating from then in
Moline.
Illinois?
Moline.
Okay.
He's a Maroon.
A Maroon.
2016.
What'd you say?
2016.
Yeah. Jeez. He's an M. What do they call it? What's the M Club or something? Moline. Yeah. Sergeant's a part of the M Club or whatever else.
Sarge's?
Yeah,
I
he's a
know
Moline
Sarge's
guy.
a Moline
Sarge's a
guy.
Moline guy. We got to get him in
So
tomorrow.
Sissy went.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
She's a total Maroon.
Whatever that is.
I know.
A color,
What
I
is a
don't-
Maroon?
All right. Well, we got to take a break and we got to get Vasco in here. Noah, thank you so much
great
for being
job,
part of our
man.
team.
You are
and,
part of the Hassel
glad to
crew.
have you aboard, buddy.
It's the Ark, I guess.
Oh, I'm gonna get him a song too. I can't wait.
No,
Find him a song.
no, you're not going to get him
Yes,
a song.
I am too,
I
Jay.
need a play out. I need a play out song. Something to do with a boat.
Yeah.
It's called
Boats and Hoes.
Let's wait till Cinco de Mayo, maybe.
Yeah. Living La Vida Loca.
There's a song called "Flood" by Jars of Clay.
I feel so bad for his parents because they're just like they have to be like, what do we
They're
let
like,
our
what do we
child?
let our
Oh,
child
they're
do?
diming them out already.
They're diving him out. Oh, this is great.
All right, we got to take a
Because
quick break.
remember, they're our age.
Damn
it. Oh dear Lord. Okay. Anyway, we got to take a quick break. Noah, thank you so much, man.
All right, good job, Noah.
So excited to do more insight at what you're doing and helping us out here and whatnot. And your 21st birthday, Cinco de Mayo, dear Lord. Okay.
God help this kid. All right. Pints is Davenport's premier spot for craft draft beer and superb cocktails. Located on the border of Davenport and Bettendorf, is the perfect location for people out on the town. Grab some drinks before the movies or after dinner on a date night, or just stop by any day of the week to enjoy their happy hour or any of their 7 daily specials. And don't forget, every Sunday, Pints is proud to bring to you the best Sunday fun day there is, there was, and ever will be, with $3 you-call-its and starting at 8 o'clock, hosted by our friend Scott Stowe. Gong Show Karaoke. Your chance to win $50 in house cash or a free shot if you get Gong. That's Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
Now, back to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
This is Josh Sides, head coach, St. Ambrose University Esports. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local on ESPN 93.5.
There's a reason people keep coming back to Casey's General Stores. Maybe it's because we've been serving communities like yours for over 50 years. Maybe it's the smiles and friendly conversation you'll find here. Or maybe it's because we continue to spend the extra time preparing our made-from-scratch pizza the way you want it. Right now, get any 2 large single-topping pizzas for only $9.99 each. Casey's, famous for pizza. Not valid with any other offer.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
It's Wine at the Warehouse with St. Ambrose University. Join us for a casual tasting on Saturday, March 2nd in the Dimitri Wine and Spirits Warehouse from 4 to 6 p.m. Support student scholarships while sampling an assortment of wine and enjoying appetizers from several area restaurants. Tickets for the event are $35 in advance and $45 at the door. Event is open to the public. For more information, visit sau.edu/winefest. See you March 2nd at Wine at the Warehouse, an event of the St. Ambrose University Wine Festival.
Women Lead Change is now accepting nominations for the 2019 Athena and Male Champion of Change Awards. Nominations are due by noon on February 15th. This year's awards luncheon will be held on April 4th at the Waterfront Convention Center. For more information on the awards, please call Women Lead Change at 319-423-7175 or visit WLCglobal.org.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All major restorations of the Quad Cities.
ESPN 93.5 wants you to be an insider. Access great contests and giveaways and be in the know at ESPN935.com. Brought to you by Necker's Jewelers, where the Quad Cities gets engaged, and ESPN Quad Cities. From local to global, ESPN 93.5 has you covered with your Quad Cities sports talk show. It's Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. Talk sports with your favorite foursome, T-Roy, Jay Bird, Serge, and you. Weekdays from noon to 2 on ESPN 93.5. Now, back to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
We're back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 93.5. Good job by the Ark.
That's the Ark Messiah.
Yeah, the Ark Messiah. They're taking his spot. A man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway.
Did you guys know that Noah's a Twins fan?
Oh, is he?
He's a Vikings
Oh, you got to
fan.
get him and Adam Rosso in here at the same time.
What do you mean, and me?
I honestly didn't know you're a Twins fan.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, Dan Vasco in the studio.
Yeah, that's great. They're, $81 million below the budget.
They've got time.
They refuse to pay for anybody. It's great. I mean,
Vasco, AB. What's he doing?
I know, man.
What is he doing? That was at 12:25 today.
What did he do?
He
asked for a
tweeted out
trade.
asking for a trade.
And then they said bye.
It's like made it official, basically.
Again?
Said goodbye to Steelers Nation.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So he did, hold on a second. No.
Which it was
Back this up.
obviously the completely wrong way of doing things,
Okay,
but
yeah.
it's AB. So
So he says, "Hey, I'd like a trade."
it was. I don't know, Serge. Are you pulling it up right now?
The tweet or the trade?
The tweet.
Okay.
Because it was a farewell tweet.
Right.
But he hasn't been traded yet.
No.
It's basically just his way of formally requesting.
I hear Dallas is giving a first-round pick for him.
What? No, they're not.
I wouldn't even want that. What's that? The pick 23 or something? Like
You're not getting
It'd be next year.
1 hour ago.
Hold on, that's a great question.
Said
What
thank-
is he worth? Is he worth a first round?
I think he's worth a first rounder, but I'm not.
Probably a second and a third.
No. He wouldn't get all three.
Would you really give up?
He's worth the first in this year or whatever year you can give, and then the following year a second, and the following year a third.
I got his tweet here. It said, "Thank you, Steeler Nation, for a big 9 years. Time to move on and forward. The peace emoji. # new demands.
No eggplant.
No eggplant.
No eggplant.
No banana,
listen,
no banana and a donut.
So obviously the Patriots have picks, and so do
Yeah, they do.
the Raiders.
He's not going to go to the Raiders. I guarantee he poo-poos that. Why would he want to play for the Raiders?
What is he going to decide?
He doesn't care. I think he'll play wherever he can prove him. He wants to prove that he can dominate with any other team. I mean,
I want
that's
to go
his
back
goal.
to this. I want to go back to this. So you really think he's worth a first round?
Yes,
You don't?
Absolutely he is.
No.
Talent-wise,
I really don't.
you really don't?
No,
All
I
right,
don't.
so
Because
if you were to
obviously,
think
what
back
if
in the past just 2 years, any team, their first-round picks outside of maybe the people who picked in the top 5, you wouldn't trade those first-rounders
This
for
is why
Antonio
he's not
Brown.
going to the Patriots, by the way. He will not go there because
I don't
you
think-
cannot. That's
Well, the
not
Steelers aren't going to trade him with the Patriots.
That's not the Patriot way, though, to sit there and some guy who thinks he's bigger than an entire franchise.
Yeah, they won't.
So that's the difference here.
They won't handle
And
someone
personally,
like that.
I don't like what he did. The tweet, with he's not even traded. He's like, "See ya, Steeler Nation." You haven't been. It's not like it's one thing to be traded or to sign with another team and give your hey, thank you so much for the years,
Right.
Blah blah. But,
Yeah,
I mean,
news is out.
Yeah.
This is his way. Like,
Yes, is he talented? He's very talented, but I don't want him. I don't want him on the team.
well, he's certainly hurt his stock now.
Mhm.
I mean, and that's what stinks for the Steelers because now, I mean, with all of that's just happened in the past month and a half, I don't know
He's
if a
gonna end
team's
up
going to
sitting
be
out.
willing to
He's gonna end up
put
sitting out
forth
the entire
enough.
year. Just like
Perhaps.
He'll get traded.
something else we didn't talk about. Well, it came on after our show yesterday. Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Browns.
Oh, the,
Yeah.
the Browns' new kicker.
What are they gonna?
We're not on radio.
Oh, man.
What are we gonna do? Browns got a new kicker yesterday.
Come on.
Get it?
So savage.
I got it right away. That's really, really funny. And I really like that he follows up with, "We're not on radio."
Get it?
Yeah, but we should have saved that for radio.
No, we don't want to make fun of any of that type of stuff or take any of that stuff lightly because it's not.
No.
Because we still don't know what he's going to do. We don't know what he's going to get suspended. He could be suspended most likely at least 8 games.
Yeah, he will be suspended.
My guess would be 8 games.
Now I wonder, because Nick Chubb was my keeper last year, and now I don't know what they're going to do with him. Because he was great, man. He was like a candidate for Rookie of the Year, you know?
Oh, Nick Chubb's going to be fine. They're just bringing that dude in because what if you have the chance to have a two?
Right. But they're both of them are 3-down running backs. I mean, I don't see how that flies.
Does it sting a little more, Serge, because the flirtation that maybe he would have been a Chicago Bear?
No.
It did for me, honestly.
I mean,
and being a fan from
briefly
starting to be a fan in April 24th of 2017. Back to being a Bears fan. It did sting.
Huge fan. Foster is.
It did sting a little bit.
No problem in the huge department.
I knew he's gonna.
There was a good shot of him coming to Chicago,
Yeah.
right? And so, Matt, the connection with Nagy.
Yeah. Yes, I really thought so. But yeah,
I mean, Chicago will do fine. But that would have been a very nice addition to the backfield.
The Browns got him for a ham sandwich. They're just collecting talent, man.
Well, and they have to wait and see what's going to happen.
Depends on if Fukuda came to Chicago as a running back or a kicker.
Yeah, I guess it's a low risk buy for the Browns.
It's very.
I mean, they're not losing out on it.
There's a PR risk to it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
But the Browns don't.
Exactly.
What are you going to hit the Browns with, right?
They've been a PR risk for 20 years. Yeah. All right, so Vasco, I've got to ask you, the Alliance.
Yeah,
man. What do you think?
I thought it was good. I really liked the weekend of watching that football. I thought the football was great. I think having these NFL guys in, as you still weren't sure how it was going to shape out. I really think it looks like a football. I mean, the plays that they had designed, the defensive play, it was very much pro football on display. Obviously, there's some sloppiness from the offenses, but you're going to get that, of course.
Yeah.
But I thought it was entertaining. I liked that replay official. I think that's cool. I liked
that was huge. Yeah.
Some of the mic'd up stuff.
People really like the mic'd up stuff. Yeah.
I think they're definitely gonna have some issues with that at some point in the season. You got to think, right?
Hackenberg had an F-bomb.
Yeah.
Was it broadcast too?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. See, I don't know how they're gonna deal with that, and the locker room shots. How are you not gonna get guys just walking out of the showers or something? I don't know.
Yeah, either way, I know the one thing that I was a little critical of yesterday, obviously, was Greenberg. But then later on in the day, I got to the chance to see Bomani and Pablo Torre with their stupidity. One of them, and I don't know which one for sure, basically said, "Well, between Hackenberg and Trent Richardson, they both are laughing stocks of the NFL." Really? I mean,
but why? Yeah, why is that even?
Were they laughing stocks? No, they weren't laughing
Christian
stocks.
Hackenberg didn't even get a chance, so I don't know how he could be a laughing stock at that point.
Trent Richardson ended up being not that successful, but
it happens to thousands of running backs.
Exactly. To call a guy a laughing stock when by the way,
I'm happy about the Birmingham Iron, and Richardson's looking fine. So, are we gonna do this thing? By the way,
yes.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about, and I know we talked about this briefly yesterday, but I feel like in the room I listen probably the most sports talk radio, and I know I can't speak for you, Dan, but I mean out of us guys, and I'm still shocked at how people
they're oblivious.
Exactly.
They're oblivious. Yeah. So on the social media sites, there's certain things. There's the ESPN Score Center app where there's an article that said somebody on ESPN was saying that they were sad football was over. It's not over. It's worse.
They wrote a full opinion piece or something on it.
Just full obituary.
There have been tweets, Facebook posts Snapchats, everything. There's a section on Snapchat that goes through ESPN, that goes through, they have basically, they're similar to interns, and they report on high school, college, pro, everything, just cover general stuff. There was one, they're mocking it. This one really made me mad. This is after we talked yesterday. They were mocking it. They said, "Oh, football's over." Wait, no, it's not. What's the AAF? They said this yesterday.
It's not. Stop.
Well,
So,
maybe you wouldn't have to do that, ESPN, if you wrote an article maybe before the day to tell people about the AAF.
Why are you?
No, this is purposeful. I don't think it's oblivious. This is purposeful
totally
stuff.
They're not a part of this.
They don't respect it at all, and they're gonna treat it like this is the XFL 2.0.
But they're lined up with the XFL, Surge. Wait to see what happens when the XFL comes.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised.
Bottom line,
we're getting teased a little bit about us covering it maybe a little too much. Want to know what? We're the only ones doing it, and I'm okay with that.
That's
because
why.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Why be negative about something we don't know anything about?
You know what? We
yet?
could end up being on the wrong side of history. This thing could flop. I could care less, but I can tell you this.
I walked into an establishment on Saturday night, and I saw it on a bunch of TV, and I was like, this is cool. I don't even know which team's which yet, but this is cool to see on TV and people watching this on a Saturday night.
Yeah, and why does it harm it? Like who is it hurting?
It's hurting the NBA.
Here's what I want to do.
Yeah, right.
I want to take
G League.
Here's what I want to do. I want to take a quick break, and I want to come back and instead of like you said, the praise of it or whatever else. Let's look at it. Let's try to do the other side and see how this can fail. Let's talk about this, okay? Because there's a couple things that I might be able to bring up. But again, I'm very much I bang the drum of the Alliance, and it does bother me, and it really does bother me that I actually am going to reach out to Will Brinson, who hosts his own CBS podcast called Pick Six Podcast, and for him, and I listened to him, and he had on Brady Quinn, who was not in the NFL.
No.
And was very negative about some of the stuff going on in the Alliance, and he's we know who Brady Quinn is.
Yeah. Is he upset that it wasn't there for him when he ended up leaving?
So I was upset. So I am going to reach out to Will Brinson, who hosts that podcast, and ask, because he is paid by CBS, who, by the way, puts this on the show on their television, that maybe you should know a little bit more about the Alliance. And I do want to reach out to him.
I want Will Kane on.
Love that, Will Kane.
Let's get some.
It takes a rudimentary amount of research to find. I mean,
great. Yeah,
you don't have to dig too deep.
Jay said, "Hey, Serge, pick a team." I said, "Okay, Arizona." And then all of a sudden, I read a couple articles, and now I know a little bit about the team, and now my interest is piqued.
Yeah.
How freaking hard was that?
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
at all. All right, we'll take a quick break.
All right, everybody. Every Thursday at 8 o'clock is live music night at Harrington's Pub. Enjoy sounds from your favorite Quad City musicians in a cool acoustical atmosphere. This Thursday is a Thursday of love. That means we're going to have our buddy Dave Ellis playing live at Harrington's at 8 o'clock. Bring your sweetie. Kiss on up. That's Harrington's Pub, 2321 Cumberland Square Drive, baby.
Oh, how do we not have our guy in?
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Do it again, a little more heart.
You.
Get more with McGrath.
Everyone knows more is always better, and that's exactly what you get with the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport. Right, Gavin McGrath?
Without a doubt. We've got more of the used trucks everyone wants, and we'll save you more when you buy.
McGrath backs it up with prices from $10,988.
That's $10,988 on certified 4x4 pickups like F-150s, Rams, Sierras, and Silverados, plus pre-owned SUVs starting at $89.88.
And for those buyers with credit concerns?
It's no concern at the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport. More finance sources to choose from and a team that works hard to get you approved.
It's tax time season, Gavin. Does that mean even more savings?
Absolutely. Bring in your tax refund and we'll double it up to $2,000.
More value for everyone at the McGrath Used Car Superstore of Davenport.
4618 North Brady Street in beautiful Davenport.
Online, McGrathAuto.com. Double your tax refund up to $2,000 varies based on price point.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamWheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
Touchdown, Steamwheelers!
Women Lead Change is now accepting nominations for the 2019 Athena and Male Champion of Change Awards. Nominations are due by noon on February 15th. This year's awards luncheon will be held on April 4th at the Waterfront Convention Center. For more information on the awards, please call Women Lead Change at 319-423-7175 or visit WLCglobal.org.
It's Wine at the Warehouse with St. Ambrose University. Join us for a casual tasting on Saturday, March 2nd in the Dimitri Wine and Spirits Warehouse from 4 to 6 p.m. Support student scholarships while sampling an assortment of wine and enjoying appetizers from several area restaurants. Tickets for the event are $35 in advance and $45 at the door. Event is open to the public. For more information, visit sau.edu/winefest. See you March 2nd at Wine at the Warehouse, an event of the St. Ambrose University Wine Festival.
And now the $10 scratch game starters for the Iowa Lottery's Sweet Seats promotion. At 8 inches tall, it's Diamond Nines. Leading the league in $1,000 prizes, it's $1,000 loaded. And our 5-star recruit, Spectacular Riches. Enter eligible tickets online or on our mobile app for chances to win sweet seats to the big college hoops tourney in Des Moines. Visit ialottery.com for rules and details and get yours today.
Woohoo! ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
And we're back in the Hassel Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish.
I can't believe Vasco and I just got in our first argument. Because he said that the Apollos aren't the best team in the Alliance.
We're not.
They are.
Oh, boy.
Now
Birmingham Iron all day.
That's the other thing. That's
Why,
the other
because
thing.
you're second in the power rankings and tied for first overall in the league?
They're number one in my power rankings and
There you
number one
go.
in my heart. They
There
Apollos
you
are.
go.
That's the other thing. We were talking about Birmingham Iron.
Hey, did we ever get the scores, Serge, the spreads and all that?
They were not up yesterday, but I'll check today.
All right.
They
taking Jay down.
There are some things that they're like, about the Alliance being like, they look like any given Sunday. But I think that's
Yeah.
more of a reference. Thank you. Yeah, you
Right.
heard that too?
The Birmingham Iron does.
Yeah, it looks like that. So
Right.
what?
So do the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
here's
the
my
Jacksonville
worry.
Jaguars.
And this thing is not going to, and it's really strange, and we're talking about ESPN and all talking heads that, like, is this league going to last? And it's built, again, I need to send this out, but it's built to, like, not make money for the first 5 to 7 years. And this is a 10-year deal that they've got with the NFL and everything.
Jay Money's got his Atlanta Legends gear.
That's actually what the infrastructure in place is set to do.
Yes. Yeah.
How? What?
But they own all 8 teams. Okay?
Yeah.
The Alliance does. So this is not a thing that's going to come out right away and make a ton of money, and they know that. But here's where I think it gets a little bit dicey. What happens if the Memphis Express does lay an egg? And what happens if they have to let, like, Mike Singletary go?
Right, yeah.
Are we going to start... Is that when the wheels are going to fall off and people that are on board, like ourselves, and when we turn around and we say, like...
Once they start losing some of the known guys or the NFL talent.
There'll be a wealth of guys that need jobs, man. I mean, you'll... For every Mike Singletary, there's a Jeff Fisher in the wings.
Okay, but we know Brad Childress. We don't know Kevin Coyle, the coach of the Legends.
Doesn't bother me one bit.
Okay. But, I mean, we know Childress left, right? We know that name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like Bob Newhart from the Newhart Show.
He does.
Yes. So, but I think is there a worry if they lose those names? Obviously, Moose Johnson isn't going to...
Of course there would be.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Steve Spurrier,
because
for
that's
sure.
A draw. It's not the only draw, but it is a draw.
Mm-hmm. And
I think the biggest concern would be the style of football that carries on through the entire season. If they're not able to continue to put on entertaining games that are, full of points or just good football in general. Mm-hmm. If it's constantly where guys are throwing 5 picks every game, I'm not sure. Which it didn't happen this weekend, so there's no reason to suggest to think that will happen. But I think that could be a big reason where it starts to fall down. If it's not entertaining enough, it won't It won't get there.
I think the big test is going to be where you're sitting at and where I'm standing, where we're all sitting at a week from now. If week 2, if we still feel this way about the Alliance.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to be the biggest test, that we're still talking about them after week 2. And outside of us arguing over, because we all know the Apollos are the best team in the league. But hey, are you going up to Des Moines?
We're still working things out. We have another station from Des Moines that will be down there that said they could help us out. I'm hoping so, but there are some scheduling conflicts, and
for the NCAA's or for
the high school wrestling this week. I wouldn't go down for team duels tomorrow or anything like that. I'd probably go down Friday and Saturday if that were the case. Last year I went for 3 days, had a blast. So yeah, I would hope I can go down there again. But there are a lot of other postseason things and some big matchups, and I don't know how we're gonna work everything out as of right now.
So yeah, if you get to go, so you're thinking semis and finals then, right?
Yeah. Which I saw they tweeted out today that they change rankings.
Yeah.
They said that
seeds, you mean?
What's that? Yeah, seeding.
Seeds,
yeah. So were there any notable ones? I didn't get to see if there were.
I need to look into it, and I'll call Koss, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out sometime tomorrow for him to call in. But you're never going to make anybody happy. This is the first year they've ever seeded the tournament, and I don't know. It's not hard to do in my eyes, but mistakes can be made.
But there's obviously, it's never going to be perfect.
I mean, I didn't even to T-Row will tell you this. When I did my own rankings here for the Quad City area, I had people calling the studio saying like, "Oh, my kid did this and
you
that."
Missed this kid.
Yeah. Like, all right, man. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. But I just don't understand how the state itself can do it. I mean, at the Iowa Wrestling Coaches and Officials Association seeded the duels, and they did just fine for the first time. They can't do it right for the kids. But, I mean, it looks interesting. It'll be a lot of fun. This is like the 1 year, I mean, oddly enough, that scheduling-wise I can't go.
Yeah.
Where like last year, the mayor and I, Bob Gallagher, were planning on doing like podcasts and everything else up there. But it's just not.
Just not going to work out.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
And it's fine, but still, no matter what, like you said, you had a blast. It is an awesome experience.
I've never...
There's nothing.
I've
like
never been anywhere like that in terms of anything high school related.
Yeah. Were you at the finals?
Oh yeah.
Was there a 4-timer?
I
don't think there was.
No,
That's incredible.
Yeah,
when
there
everybody
wasn't.
gives them a standing ovation.
Yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely incredible for a 4-timer. It's something else. I've been in.
I'm trying to
plenty of them.
Yeah, I think I think someone was going for it because I remember it. There was something where I was asking a question to someone else because this was my first time, and they mentioned to me that this is what X happens when someone repeats 4 times, but I don't think they actually pulled it off. But I mean, Julian's going for 3 in a row.
3.
That alone is incredible.
That kid's so good, man. He's such a great kid. We had him in studio, and I think I'm just blown away by some of these kids. Like even the Arc. Just coming on here and being on the show, and Julian, just good and being able to talk and whatever else.
The rest of the girls.
Yeah.
All three of those girls were fantastic interviews.
Yeah, we had them on the show this past Sunday.
I saw
no, what great! They did phenomenal. They did excellent.
Yeah, they're great human beings.
And they've got like jam packed like the next 3 months too. You know, so, it's like nonstop for these girls. But they were fantastic.
I think Sydney's got the War in the West Gym up in Cedar Falls.
Yeah, and then I think they're going to East Lansing or no, Fargo. They're going to Fargo when is that in a month from now? Yeah. So they're gonna do that. Obviously, that's a big thing. But yeah, we talked about. I even asked Julian because he was on after them and talking about the growth of women in the sport. And I mean, he's like, it was a long time coming. It should have happened a long time ago. But it's good that we're getting the ball rolling here. Obviously, the state of Iowa that should be able to grow pretty quickly.
Now, Vasco, let me ask you something else. We're going to change the topic here a little bit.
Yep.
Obviously, you're a Steeler fan, NFL, we know that. But do you follow the NBA? I mean, you're a sports guy.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, I follow it pretty, I guess, like a casual fan more so. I'm not a huge fan of the NBA. It's NFL, and then MLB and NHL like right there at number 2 for me. NBA kind of takes a back seat to all of those, but I'm a Bulls fan. I mean, I try and follow the Bulls more than anything else.
Does the All-Star Weekend do anything for you?
No.
Okay.
Not really. I'm not crazy about, honestly, All-Star games at any sport, although I think baseball I kind of enjoy more than it because they can still play the game of baseball. You know, NBA All-Star game is honestly it's just dunks and threes all day, which is cool.
NBA
It's
All-Star
fine.
game's pretty bad.
But obviously nobody is going to play defense
I would agree. I
at
like
all.
the Major League Baseball All-Star game was my favorite.
Yeah. And NHL's not that bad either because they actually do try, but it started to become more and more.
I don't watch the Pro Bowl. I watch about 5 minutes of the NBA All-Star game to see a couple cool plays. I want to see.
Right.
I want to see the premier matchups.
Yeah.
I want to see LeBron pass.
Like last year, it was like all Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Everyone wanted to see what was going to happen there.
Sure.
It's more of a reality show than it is a game.
That's a great comparison.
That is
right?
a very
now
good comparison.
Now Jay's interested.
Yeah, there you go. Who's Colton going to pick this week in the NBA All-Stars?
LeBron got a rose.
Guys, I don't.
Oh, that LeBron has such dreamy eyes.
Guys, I'm kind of upset about Demi going home. I don't know if I can watch the show.
All I know is it's like a freaking roasting bucket.
Oh, calm down.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we take a quick commercial break and?
I don't have any more ads to read.
All right, how about I just take one for you and then?
Are we gonna do a bet?
Yeah, when we come back, we'll do our house streak. Serge's still going.
I got another ad. I can read an ad.
Ready when you
Is it going to be
good.
Duke?
I'm glad you can read an ad. I appreciate
found
that.
one,
That would
Jay.
be awesome.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
QCLocal.biz, Jay, and Don't Hassle Us or Local have been teaming up forever.
You're the worst.
It's a long time.
Yeah, that's right.
Forever.
To give bundle packages away each week to local businesses. Get yourself registered by texting QC Local to 85100 and get registered for every giveaway. And also subscribe
Slower
to the QCLocal.biz.
If we are on the air next week, I'll be surprised.
Text
what we did
QC
yesterday,
Local to 85100.
what we did yesterday and then today,
Eggplant.
poor Noah, he's not even going to have a
Get all the
radio
buzz.
show after this.
Yay.
Yeah.
Eggplant peach.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Do it again, a little more heart.
Get big savings during Menards President's Day sale. Valvoline Premium Conventional Motor Oil protects against all types of deposits at all temperatures to keep engines clean. It's specifically formulated to optimize the life of the engine. Right now, Valvoline Premium Conventional Motor Oil is just $3.29 a quart. Find this and other great deals through February 18th. Now during Menards President's Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities.
It's Wine at the Warehouse with St. Ambrose University. Join us for a casual tasting on Saturday, March 2nd in the Dimitri Wine and Spirits Warehouse from 4 to 6 p.m. Support student scholarships while sampling an assortment of wine and enjoying appetizers from several area restaurants. Tickets for the event are $35 in advance and $45 at the door. Event is open to the public. For more information, visit sau.edu/winefest. See you March 2nd at Wine at the Warehouse, an event of the St. Ambrose University Wine Festival.
It's the hottest ticket in town. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop entertainment. It's Quad City Steamwheelers football. The IFL season kicks off Friday night, February 22nd against the San Diego Strike Force. Tickets start at only $10, so bring the entire family and meet the players after the game. Experience the excitement of professional indoor football. Call the Tax Slayer box office or visit SteamwheelerTickets.com. That's Friday night, February 22nd, the Steamwheelers versus San Diego, presented by Crawford Company.
ESPN 93.5 is KJOC Bettendorf Quad Cities from the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studio.
We shot shot Marvin's head off. All right, we're back in the Hassle Palace, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle Us or Local here on ESPN 93.5. We're not in the business of dead Marvin storage.
I didn't know you knew that much Pulp Fiction lines there.
I know a lot of things, Jay.
Yeah.
Things happen when my brain sweats. It starts working.
Hey, Vasco, you know what you should do?
What's that?
You should, I don't know what's on the couch, what you got going on Sunday, and it's a school night for the kids, but the teens in the tween, the billiards, they won the Iowa State billiards competition.
Yeah.
They beat a bunch of adults.
Yeah.
You got to play them on Friday at the main event. By the way, if you want to bring Channel 4 over to do highlights of us doing that.
Sound for what time?
Well, I know you guys are not in the business of me bullying kids, teenagers, but that's what I'm going to do.
It makes for good TV, though,
It does,
I would imagine.
So,
surprised we're not gambling on it.
Yeah, these teenagers think they're going to beat us in pool on Friday.
Yeah, that's who called in last Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
did
right.
you hear who called in yesterday?
That was awesome.
Did he? No, I didn't.
No.
Dusty
I didn't get
Rhodes,
to
baby.
see it.
We had
the American Dream.
It will forever be in 2019 the biggest thing I will never figure out who called in.
Some dude called in as Dusty Rhodes.
And it was perfect the
Didn't
entire
break
time.
character.
That's awesome.
Even I'm asking him a question, he was just like, he was still good. And
Ooh, baby.
I whoever that is, I implore you to never tell me your true identity.
Oh, yeah, you can't. No.
Because it was so good, and I wish they would call back every day.
Every day.
But no, yeah. So anyway, we got to play these kids in pool, which we're gonna beat them, and it's kind of ridiculous. But I mean, they're teenagers.
Yeah, no, I mean that's cool though. That they're having success on that stage and they're right here.
Yeah, they beat a bunch of adults, but they didn't beat us.
That's true. Well, I hear that you're quite the pool
25
player, at
years
least
ago.
back in the day.
Yeah, I can play.
Haven't picked up a stick in a while.
Did you see that?
I can play.
Unbeatable 25 years ago.
Yeah, all right.
Might be unbeatable still. I don't know.
I don't want to get into about how good he is about.
Hey, Jay, we can play for
Really
money
good
if
at
you want,
geometry?
right after we get done with this show.
Sure.
All right.
The
The Hassle Trick Bets here, ladies and gentlemen. Get on the gambling action yourself. Go to mybookie.com to start your account and place your own bets. They've been in business for years and great reviews online. So lay down some cash and win big today. You win, they pay. That's the MyBookie way. Don't forget, when you're at MyBookie, use our promo code QCHassle when you create your account to activate the bonuses. Surge, you're streaking like no
Nobody's
other.
business.
They look like they need a ride.
Pick them up there.
We should just start calling it the Surge Streak.
Hey, if it happens, it happens. Don't force a nickname. So, Vasco asked me right away if I was going to take Duke tonight. Duke is favored on the road by 8. They got their hands full with Louisville.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa.
No, that should be a good
I
game.
don't say I wouldn't ever bet against Duke this entire year, other than at the very beginning of the year when I said I'll take the field.
Yeah, but 8 is
against number 16 Louisville, 8-point spread. Louisville's good.
Yeah.
They've knocked off some top 15 teams. And then down the stretch here, this last week of regular season college basketball, like anything goes. Kansas last night, I counted them out for winning the conference this year. They can still do it. Okay.
Watch out. I was really upset I didn't watch the Virginia Duke game.
Right.
Was
Virginia
that really
Duke
good?
Game was awesome.
Yeah, it looked
Zion
awesome.
jumped out of the gym and spiked the ball in the 10th row. But so Kansas now, if they win out, then they end with Kansas State, and that's who's half a game ahead of them right now.
That would be a perfect
Kansas
scenario.
State has, I believe, like 3 or 4 games. They have 5. Kansas has 3 games left. So if they win out, say what you want about those Jayhawks, but those guys are special. Mark my word.
Those guys are special.
He's all suited up too.
They played last night.
Are you gonna make a bet? Make a pick?
Oh, sure. We're going to take Jay's Philadelphia 76ers.
Love them.
All right,
At home
all right.
tonight
Huge
against,
Sixer fan, Jay is.
against the Boston Celtics.
I was thinking about this, and
What's the
Sixers minus 6.5
against the
All
C's?
right.
against the Boston Celtics. Yeah. No,
Dude, the
no
76ers
Kyrie.
All right, a couple things. Hey, Vasco, are you? I know we were talking down the road next month. Are you going to go to Des Moines for March Madness?
Oh man, I mean, we're trying to hopefully work some things out for that. The first step would be the Wisconsin game coming up because we really want to do a duo thing with Ethan Happ and stuff. I'm not sure.
Well, you know, Town Square Media and WHBF and KLGB, we have a great relationship.
Yeah.
Let's figure something out so we can
That would be
party
awesome.
together.
That would be awesome, man. We'd do like a whole travel thing and go down there.
We're bringing the Ark.
I wonder. I'm trying to wonder if that how much that will conflict with Augustana too, because if Augustana's down, then obviously Adam's one way and Jay and I are out. Actually, it's in Ohio this year, which is a lot better. But yeah, we'll kind of have to see how things shake out, I guess, at that point. But I would absolutely be up to working something out for that.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, if you need someone to fill in for you too, if you
Sure, yeah, why not?
T-Ray is always good to go in front of a camera, right, T-Ray?
I love cameras.
Yeah, he sure does.
I'm jealous of Adam, man. That game, what a game this past weekend for him to go see, man. J-Bo coming through.
Yeah. So it's a weird time of year because we talked about the NFL and it's like Super Bowl's over with, but the whole like it just seems like getting excited about March Madness now and everything.
There's a lot of overlap at this point.
Yeah. And then we're all excited about at some point pitchers and catchers and whatnot. It's always a new beginning, but I think it's one of those things. I think we're just ready for something different because of the weather.
Yeah.
And so I think to my own opinion is like I'm getting excited about something new just because I want a change of what we're going through right now.
Sure.
I think the one thing on what was it, Facebook, we're a snow globe.
I feel like we're in a snow globe and some jerk keeps picking up and shaking it.
Yeah.
So you didn't say jerk.
And it's just a different thing each time, right? Now, here's ice this time.
Thunder ice.
I honestly feel like every other text that T-Roy and I have to each other is about our kids and not being at school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay texted me last night. He goes, keep your ears open for school cancellations. I text him back, if they cancel school tomorrow, I'm going to jail.
Yeah. Gonna murder somebody. So like, legitimately every other text is about like, he's like, hey, and I'm like, 2-hour late start. It's just so
brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one that got me was like they canceled it within, like we were leaving in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it
was.
And then it was at the last minute.
And they canceled it like 20 minutes before we were going to leave the house. Like, hey,
that's like with the athletic directors, man. I can't imagine doing that job right now. The past month has been ridiculous.
I mean, shouldn't there be a cutoff time by like a certain point, either the night before or the morning of?
Yeah, you would think, right?
Well, people need to make plans. And when you give me 20 minutes to have to juggle
I get a lot
my
of buddies
schedule.
that say, yeah, I found out I got a text message at 5:30 this morning. Like, even that's like
you didn't know.
Right.
Yeah. The only thing I can see is
find a
sometimes I
sitter.
know school buses won't start in the morning,
Sure.
and then if that's the case, then it's late.
Yeah.
But like, if it has anything to do with just the road conditions, you would imagine.
The problem is with all that if your school bus doesn't start in the morning, all right, that means you have a terrible manager of your bus. I used to do all this.
Or
stuff.
that's one bus.
These buses plug in at night. All right,
plugs.
Yeah, they plug in. Yeah, I love it. But you're a terrible manager of a
We're gonna have to
fleet
do
of
a
trucks.
Kickstarter or GoFundMe to save Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
You're not out there whining a
Don't
crank
save
in a
us, we're
truck.
local.
Either way, watch out for those bus plugs.
All right, you're pushing it.
I said bus.
Oh, you said worse yesterday.
Anyway,
Jay, is it a good time to tell you my makeout story?
Before we went to commercial break,
you have one.
You said
you won't let me tell it.
Don't.
All right, I won't push the envelope anymore.
It's a good
Before
story.
we went to break, someday I'll let you tell it. Before we went to break, though, we talked about pool and about how good he is at pool, and of course he's great at pool somehow.
And snooker.
It was also
I knew what snooker was.
It was also 2 weeks ago when he tells me that he was really good at darts at some point, and I was like, "Of course you were." And then he's like, "Do you want to play darts?" I'm like, "I don't have the time." And I was like, "Let's just do first bullseye." And he's like, "Okay." And
Right
He
away,
hit
the first one.
bullseye. No, he didn't.
Oh.
Hit it right away.
Three. It only took me 3 times.
I've
Yeah,
witnessed some
that's pretty good
epic dart
still.
matches before. Like engagements were decided.
Well, yeah, that wasn't me.
So can you guys? All right,
Marvin knows I'm good at darts.
Yeah.
Will you explain to me in a short amount of time what is happening on Friday? Like, how does this work? Because there's one pool table and there's 5 of us.
Yeah, so what will happen is if it's kind of standard league style, I imagine that's what it is. We'll go in, we'll play a game of 8-ball. So what will happen, Jay, let's just say you face off against the first matchup, all right? So it'll be you against the first kid. Whoever wins that match, however that works, is if he beats you, however many...
Which he won't.
All right, let's say he does.
Which he
if
won't.
All right, let's say you beat him.
Yes, okay.
All
That
right,
makes
and you
more
beat
sense
him,
in my world.
and he has 4 balls left.
Mhm.
Then you get points for how many balls he has left. That's how it works.
Does it count like what number of the ball is? Do we
No.
add that up?
No.
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah, because that wouldn't make sense because what if you were stripes?
I don't know what that means.
Solids and stripes? You don't know what that
I'm in
means?
big trouble. I'm in big trouble.
You don't know what
I know what that
The
means.
cue ball is the
I
one
know
that's
what that
all
means.
white.
Right, the 8 ball, you don't want that to go until the end.
Ball in
I know
hand,
what
ball
that
in hand,
means.
Jay. Ball
I
in
don't
hand.
know what that means at all.
Ball in hand.
do.
it
Eric
could-
tried to tell us. I
All
forgot
right, now
already.
Jay, ball in hand could happen.
Ugh.
Right, you
Such a
will get
stupid
ball in
term.
hand on a scratch behind the scratch line into the kitchen. They call that the kitchen. But if there are rules they have set up ball in hand, like if the guy makes
kitchen's
a
a part of
foul,
pickleball.
if the guy has a foul, if he touches a ball or something happens, there could be ball in hand anywhere on the table. I just don't know what rules are going to be going by. So it'll be pretty explainable when we get there. But that's how it'll usually go.
You got a
So
ref?
it'll be a whole point situation.
Yeah, it sounds like we need somebody.
Gotta get the zebras in there, man.
I know for a fact right now I want Marvin announcing this. I see his comments here on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill
No.
Facebook comment.
What are you saying,
Yes.
Marv?
No, it's awesome. It's gonna be. Is this gonna be on the Ocho?
Oh, Marvin and I played some pool together too. I beat Marvin's. Took us.
Yeah.
I can't wait for us to lose one game and go. All right, I'll challenge you to this instead.
Did Noah's mom write on the Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line she needs an intern babysitter?
No, said if we need an intern babysitter.
She wants to come?
No, like saying he could be your babysitter.
Oh, when Hazel's here?
Yeah, that's like the intern's duty.
We're not doing
Is
that to
to
Ark.
babysit.
All right, well, we got 15
Ark will
seconds.
quit
Listen, it's been a
within 5
crazy
minutes.
day. No K-Jock whatsoever. We're on Vans Pizza Pub and Grill Facebook comment line. Thanks, everybody. We're 8 seconds out. Vasco, always a pleasure. Marv Tender, Noah, the Ark. Guys, have a great day.
ESPN Radio Sports